Steph Curry's gravitational pull is a real thing, and the Warriors have found new creative ways to use this. As Looney comes up to set the screen, Sabonis has to be parallel to the screener because him and Fox are blitzing to get the ball out of Curry's hands. Usually the pass would be made directly to Looney on the short roll, but Draymond Green slides up to that 45 as he now has a better angle to feed into that high post. And on this clip, we get another blitz. Draymond, what does he do? Slide up to that 45. Looney gets the ball in space. This time there is weak side help. Andrew Wiggins then cuts into the seam and Looney finds him. Even better here, out of bounds set play. The Warriors run an empty corner pick and roll with Steph and Draymond. Now I love how Jordan Poole runs the baseline, which actually confuses the help defenders. Lyles has to come up higher in the drop because of that fear of Steph Curry's runner, and that is about as easy as it's gonna get. Now Golden State has also found really creative ways to get Steph Curry the ball. Now this action is called get, and it's where Steph gives up the ball and then he gets it, moving downhill so he can attack. Not sure if this was by design, but I did notice Andrew Wiggins really confused the Kings by setting two screens somehow on this play. Now here, the Kings are making Curry work, and they are in a full top lock. Now the Warriors are well trained for this as Draymond Green slides high to get the pass in the high post. Steph immediately cuts backdoor. Sacramento is expecting that same cut as the last play that I showed, so Steph counters by crossing over the other direction and acrobatically finishing at the rim. Now, as simple as the last few plays have looked, it hasn't been that easy at all. The Kings were a huge problem in Game 6 when they put Trey Lyles in the 5 spot for Sabonis because of the floor spacing his shot brings. Here, Monk calls for the Lyles screen but rejects it. Nevertheless, Thompson is there to step in front and keep up with Monk laterally, but Looney's instincts to help inside in the drop coverage makes him sink toward the paint. Now my wife says I can buy a Cybertruck if I can make it to YouTube, so you should listen to this guy here who says you should flipping subscribe. You should flipping subscribe. The next possession, Looney does not want to get beat the same way. Once again, his instincts have him go into a drop coverage. He is forced to overclose out to Lyles. I love how Trey Lyles doesn't settle for a classic heat check, but chooses to be efficient here. A great tip in this situation is dribble the ball lower than your defender's knees when you are surrounded in traffic. In Game 7, I noticed Golden State made 3 key defensive adjustments against Sacramento's small ball lineup. The first is they stopped using drop coverage against Lyles, and they switched everything. Lyles is covered here on the switch, and even Jordan Poole does a good job at contesting. It's a solid job at contesting this shot. Here the Warriors pull off a triple switch. I love the weak side help by Moody, who perfectly anticipates that fadeaway. This forces a really tricky pass from Fox, and now Draymond is switching and contesting that perimeter shot. In Game 6, the Warriors were collapsing so much and overhelping on the drives. Even the slightest amount of help was leading to wide open shooters. This time though, Golden State played tighter in the gaps. Steph Curry gets caught ball watching and hit backdoor though. However, Green quickly recognizes this and once again rotates down. Wiggins then slides to the baseline. Gary Payton, he's already rotating before the pass is even made. DiVincenzo is kinda sliding over a bit late, and before you know it, Steph is the last man to rotate and the Warriors collectively force a very difficult shot. Nice shot though. The Warriors also did more pre-switching in order to keep their bigs in the paint so the guards could play a more aggressive defense up high. Watch how Draymond Green tells Andrew Wiggins to take his man on the wing. This way he can help rotate from that baseline weak side position. Now they even did this when Draymond was all alone isolated on the side. Watch how he steps into the paint here when he is anticipating a drive, and you can see that he tells Gary Payton to rotate over to his man if need be. Huge problem in Game 6. The Warriors switch this screen, and Fox also knows that they can pick on Jordan Poole if they need to. Because Trey Lyles is in the corner, Draymond Green can't fully commit to the help inside. Fox takes one dribble downhill, and that's all it takes for Poole to completely lose his man as Jordan Poole felt the need to help. Well, the Warriors stole a page out of the Kings book and picked on Keegan Murray especially. Steph was hunting this matchup all night and was taking advantage of the rookie. Steph here uses a bit of his offhand to create just enough space to get this over the top. Now with Sabonis on the bench, the Warriors, they didn't settle for three-pointers in Game 7. Watch how Steph hits Trey Lyles with a quick hezzy, and Trey accidentally hits the jump button on the controller. Here we get a double curl on the wing. Klay Thompson is able to catch his defender on his hip, and I love this here when Klay steps back, it forces that hard closeout, leading to a very quick give and go. Terrence Davis comes over to help and the Warriors dunk it home. The goodest play of them all had to be when Steph split not one, but two traps before telling Sacramento to light that beam. More importantly, Steve Kerr has proven to be an elite coach, and his best adjustments are over in this video here.